And a very, very warm welcome along, everybody. Happy Friday. It is Friday, of course. It is a LAPRAS Friday. I hope everyone is doing very, very well today. Here on this Friday, of course, in the United Kingdom, it could be Saturday for you. A little bit like it is for urban huntsmen, rather, not Auburn huntsmen. That's completely different. But I hope everyone is doing well. Welcome into A Gamer's Tale Driving Home over on Twitch. And welcome into Cambay, to Urban Huntsman, to Gemma Barnes, and to Buddy over on YouTube. We are not starting in a truck because I have been doing a lot of testing. Because this might break. I do have a backup Lapras in Crystal if this all goes completely kaput. Let me just double check that everything is showing over on the Twitch side because I've got two different overlays running now. It's all very complex, very difficult for my brain. Right. We need to go into options. Now, I cannot remember which ball normally contains the water starter in Pokémon Emerald. So I need your help here. That's why we've not got the Pokémon to begin with. Good morning, Royal Cayman. I hope you're doing very well today. I cannot remember whether it is 1, 2, or 3. Now, I know we want ability 1. That's water absorb. Probably going to want a modest nature as well. Which I think I've scrolled past. I can read. There we go. Hidden Power will go for Dark Perfect IVs. And then I cannot remember which one of these I'm supposed to change the water starter. It's in the same order as the balls display on screen, but it's been so long that I'm just going to have a guess. I'm going to go for middle. We might end up with a really easy run. But we shall see. Oh, you think Shell Armor might be better? That is true, we can't get crit with Shell Armor. I do like having a proper menu, as opposed to all of the little overworld interactions in Emerald. In Crystal, rather. This is a much cleaner way of setting things, because you just access it from the menu here. Top, middle, or bottom is Strike It Lucky back on? It is. Thank you for 32 months, Cambay. That is an awful long time. And the alert worked, even better. That's what we like to see. Alerts actually working. Oh, that tells me it's slot 3 that we need. So I just need to hold down now until we get to slot number 3. And then we will actually be good to go with this run. I think we're just after Gyarados. There we go. Right. Let us grab our Lapras. World Zigzagoon has appeared. Now, if I click resume start one of those buttons. Yep, the timer has started. That's good. So we should be able to water gun this and knock it out in 1. I like being able to show everyone how it's done as well. Oh, we need to say yes here. The time is going to be hot garbage. I am not going to get a good time on this challenge. I've not played Emerald in about a year. So expect this to be an absolutely terrible time. But we're going to have some fun along the way, hopefully. Or at least that's the cope I am going with. The rival's going to have Trico, of course. Try and send it to sleep. Water Gun's doing a fair amount considering it's resisted. That's kind of good to get us started. We can skip Brawly until later on. That is true. Oh, shut up, May. I'm getting sick of May already, and it's what? 2 minutes into minute into the challenge. May's given us some balls. I'm sure we'll need those at some point. Watson could be a problem as well. I wanted to run a Pokemon that was kind of good, but not totally overpowered. I slept through the Game Awards last night, I've got to be honest. Now, I do think we get a free potion in here, don't we? We do. We'll get that now. I am not going to be in my comfort zone at all playing this as well. But we are on to our third route of the challenge. I'm trying to learn to not overthink when I'm doing challenges as well. At least against the clock, because I've been doing a lot of Supermon lately. Where I do have the time to think. I kind of get slower in my time challenges. Thank you, Gemma, also for 32 months as well. Bloody hell. How has it been 32 months? That's like 2 years, 8 months, if my maths is correct here on this Friday afternoon. I think Fridays are the one days where I can do maths. So you are on berries, you are. What are you? Petra berries? We'll grab some of those. Why not? Welcome in, Chad. Never apologise for being late. I hope you're doing very, very well today. We could probably actually use a Zigzagoon. Oh, no, that's not a wild one. God. Let's get one that's not already pre-owned by somebody, shall we? Forgot she had a Shroomish. It's really smart of me to take on this battle, wasn't it? Good afternoon, Alajango. I hope you're having a fantastic day. I'm not going to bother pausing the timer for HM Friends in this one. Just because the time's not going to be good anyway. And the less I have to think about, the better. I am unknowingly and unwittingly part of Team Rocket. We're going to have some Team Rocket representation in Hoenn, seeing as they're not there themselves. I was gutted, actually, that Team Rocket didn't return to Hoenn. That's potion into it. Yeah. Right, we are in another town now. Petalburg. What do we do here? Chats with our father. Is this the game where the overlay will break during the catching tutorial? I think it is. So we're going to say goodbye to Lapras for a second, potentially. Maybe not. Maybe I'll fix that. Yeah, Team Rocket were glorified dog nappers. As opposed to, like, Team Aqua and Magma, which were pretty evil. I didn't like the addition of this NPC in Gen 3. In Emerald, I should say. Giovanni was pretty evil, but he was kind of comically evil. See, I've never watched the films. Is he a bit of an arse in the films? I am going to test pausing the timer. If I do that, the timer should be locked. I'm looking for a Marill. I think Marill lives here. It does. Perfect. I'm just very glad that in this game, we don't have to fret over catching a bunch of Pokemon for Flash. We will have Tracy. Tracy the Marill. I don't think we need any other Pokemon at this point in the challenge. We'll catch an Abra north of Rustboro. And I think an Incada lives there as well, so we can kill two flies with one hit. And we can now make our way into the forest, where we're not going to pause the time to catch the HM friends, because we've already done part of it. I think my only major criticism of the Hoenn games is that, barring places like Petalburg Woods, it feels like you get the same 3 lines on every bloody route. Like, you get a little bit sick of seeing the same 3 or 4 lines everywhere you go. Oh no, it's Team Aqua. What are we to do? This is not the first time I've played Emerald, no, but it's the first time in about a year, Cute Shaman. So I am absolutely not playing with confidence at the moment. There's our first ether. Right, more berries. We don't want to plant any. We don't have time to let them grow. Pick up some cherry as well. Cherry berry is paralysis, isn't it? I think she's just got a Zigzagoon, so... Oh, she's got a... No, we're not taking her on. We are absolutely not taking her on. We'll be there forever. This is the guy that I was after. I believe that Zigzagoon's holding a nugget as well. So maybe if we run a Pokemon with Thief at some point, we could steal that nugget and get half a vitamin. I do allow rewind. I've always allowed rewind. I am far too clumsy as a player to not allow rewind, especially when I am learning the game. Now we're going to pause here again because we've got some RNG to deal with encounters. Because we need to get an Incada, and we need to get an Aber as well. If someone can keep track of how many times I press the wrong button or go the wrong way on the menu because I'm too used to Gen 2, I would be incredibly appreciative. Haven't gotten around to forcing the encounters on the Challenge Run patch yet either. That is something that will be part of a later development for the patch. There we go. I do like the GBA graphics. They're very, very nice. And we will save scam this. There we go. HM Friends caught for another challenge. Let's get that timer re-going. Repels, that's what I'm supposed to buy in Petalburg. Goodness me. It will come back to me. It's just going to take a while. We do need... Let's get 4 escape ropes. HM Friends are Talo, Zigzagoon, Nincada, and Abra. I remember it very, very well when it released and how mind-blown I was at the major upgrade. Marill as well, yes, Marill. We have a Marill for Surf. Obviously, we don't need Marill for Surf in this one, but it's a good habit to get into. Welcome in, Music Haven. Paul, I should say. How are you today? Zigzagoon can learn Surf, yes. But I can't quite remember. I probably should have watched one of my old Emerald videos before going live today to see exactly how we do it. Oh, another friggin' Shroomish. We have nothing for Shroomish yet. Leave us alone. This guy we can take on, though. He's a hiker. With his Geofella. Yeah, Emerald is definitely a trickier game versus Generations 1 and 2. Which is why I'm going to be only doing it once a month for pre-records. So we're going to be alternating Fire Red and Emerald every other week. Starting from January. Uproar is the bane of my life with backporting. It's one of the trickiest moves to get into Gen 2. I do agree that Pokémon has definitely taken their foot off the gas, so to speak. When it comes with graphical and, honestly, gameplay loop elements recently. No, we'll keep the HM friends out for now. And we should probably do full trainers in this gym. I have no idea why the splits were going on then either. That is true, when they sell like hotcakes, it's not really giving them incentive to create better games. And I am part of the issue there. You're not wrong. Lapras is weak to the first 3 gyms if we do them in proper order. And we don't resist the 4th gym. That could not have gone better. She didn't kick in her berry. She didn't use a potion. 1151 for Roxanne. I don't know, on the right day, Roxanne can be challenging. Like, if you're running a really, really duff Pokemon, she can be a bit tricky. I've realised I've gone for the wrong ability here. I did mean to go for Shell Armor in the end, but we'll roll with it now. I do want to do Lapras as a video next year, so seeing if Water Absorb was the right choice would be pretty helpful, actually. I like how they take one step back. And that's as far as they go. We need to get the cut HM, don't we? Can probably actually teleport back now. It is amazing how often you get ambushed in earlier gens versus later gens. Gonna pick up a few supers now. If we get Perish Songed, we have to knock out all of the opponents within 3 turns. Otherwise, it's curtains. It's part of the game. Oh, bloody hell, the splits again. Thank you, Gemma. Have I missed a storyline beat here? I have a horrible feeling I've missed a storyline beat. There we go. Goodness gracious, we get a great ball. If the splits keep acting up, then I'm just going to ignore the bottom left splits and we'll just go for time at the end. Yep, goodness gracious, Great Ball Sapphire. I worked with a lady called Sapphire, actually, and her nickname where we worked was Great Ball. Oh, piss off with your Pokénav stuff. Pokénav's even more annoying than the random phone calls in Crystal, because at least you can delete numbers in Crystal. Oh, what do you want, May? We don't want to battle May. Can't believe I got the timing for that perfect first try. Oh, another friggin' phone call. Wish me luck, I've got to do a little bit of Gen 3 fishing now. We catch this Magikarp so that we can do Tate and Liza a little bit later on. There we go. Because Tate and Liza will not allow you to battle them if you've only got one Pokemon in your party. I know the fishing mechanic is very annoying. I'm hoping today we don't have as many crashes as we had in the last couple of streams we've done. Just a reminder that as a backup, I do also co-stream to Twitch at the same time, where we do have a completely different overlay now. So if you tune in on Twitch, it's going to be a little bit different looking. Now, because I'm a wimp, I'm not going to try the cave yet. Because I really cannot remember my route through there in the dark. But surely we won't have any issues here in the fighting type gym running an ice type Pokemon. And you'll notice a lot of the time as well, I'm depositing the HM friends. That's to make sure that tag team battles like this are run separately, as opposed to being a double battle. If all goes to plan, there should only be one double battle in total in this entire challenge. And that'll be against Tate and Liza. Gonna do a very quick Body Slam PowerPoint heal here. I mean, you've also got the tag team on Nugget Bridge, Kanbei. Are you telling me you've forgotten about those? Or the soft sand people? Ugh, sand attack. Can't even do the HP up strat in this gen. Gonna get as many levels as possible. Welcome in, Teddy Theodore. I hope you're doing very, very well today. My day today, not too shabby, all things considered. Just going to pause the timer a second because there is a slight technical glitch. That I do need to try and figure out. The leader's title card is not showing as intended. This is why we are doing a test stream, though. These things are bound to happen. Let's see if we can figure out why it's not working. Is it working now? It's working now. So the answer as to why it's not working is nobody knows. So let's try that again. I do need to resume that timer as well. Is that a thing that we can do, please? There we go. I know LAPRAS, I know you're not a fan, but it's easy to run-ish. This is going to be incredibly scuffed as well. We're just going to have to deal with the fact that I don't know what I'm doing. The overlay doesn't know what it's doing. The challenge run patch doesn't know what it's doing. I'm on... Don't know what I was going to say there. I'm on a bit of a go slow with my brain, though. I can't remember where I'm going in the dark. This was a bad idea, but we're going to roll with it. I was very fortunate to have a GBA as a kid. I remember going to Asda of all places, which was, at the time, the British equivalent of Walmart. And then Pokémon Sapphire was $23.97. Don't ask me why I'm autistic enough to remember the exact price of Pokémon Sapphire, but that's how much it was. I loved my Game Boy Color. I do think I put more hours into Gen 2 than I did to Gen 3 as a kid. You know what, why don't we make our way to Slateport now, get some levels over on the mainland. Oh, those cabbage grounding fresh rolls. At lower levels, they are fairly meaningful, but by the time you get to the higher levels, there's not really any point in splitting hairs for 99.9% of all Pokemon. Like, the amount that your damage goes up if you're relying on those and you're not running an absolute hot garbage Pokemon, then it really is on you to come up with a better strategy, honestly. We're never going to use Growl. Oh, there's another one, isn't there? Hiding in the corner. Still confuses me to this day as to why Azuril's normal and not water. Half a dozen soda pops. Very nice to get. These should all be fairly simple battles to take on as well. It's Fairy normal now, but back in Gen 3 it was just Fairy. It could be too small to swim, that could be it. Good morning, D1. I hope you're doing very, very well today. That is true. The gender ratio for Azurill was very, very broken in earlier gens. Ooh, how did you get Beldum in Gen 2? I love it when it's a slow day and you can get extracurricular work done, shall we say? Oh, tits. We don't have an antidote, so there is going to be not quite flashing, but corruption on the screen. Thank you, Seth, for 31 months. Bloody hell. Is that 99 months? How many months was it for Gemma and Kanbei? Was it 32? So that's 32, 64, 95 months between you. Bloody hell. Thank you so much for 31 months, though. That kind of support breaks my brain. The fact that you've chosen to support for well over 2.5 years. I will be eternally grateful. Let's try Brawly again now. Interesting that it went for bulk up then. Flipping heck, Kanbei. Not anything. Thank you so much for 10 gifted memberships. Congratulations, Sora Donald Goofy. I'm so happy you've got a membership. Schemes, Mike and Dez. Squeam X Squanch. Tobias, Rennie Jesus, or Rennie Jesus, however you would like to be pronounced. FoodTubes, you've got a membership on YouTube now. TTC, Snip Reborn. Kilvin, thank you so much, Kanbei. If you are in chat, please do say thank you to Kanbei. I'm going to take a quick sip of drink. Thank you so much for that, Kanbei. You are, as Royal K-Man rather says, the GOAT. I think we've got to beat up a Makahisa for that. There we go. Brawly is down. Knuckle badge acquired. Gave him a knuckle sandwich of his own. I hope work goes very, very quickly for you, buddy. Thank you for popping in today. hate menus where the default option is nothing at all. Right, now we can do Slateport proper. Let's start off by getting our spot here. That I can never remember which building it is I'm supposed to go into. Is it this one? Is this a shipbuilder? Oh, piss off, Roxanne. This game scams you. You have to pay 50 of your finest Pokédollars in order to complete the storyline. Thank you, Kim. It does let you in, but the chances of you not having 50 Pokédollars is very slim. One like equals 1 can of a red Coke, which some people call full fat. But if you call it that in front of Kim, you might not make it out alive. Right, where are we going now? We're going to go north, probably, hopefully, maybe. Who knows? Oh, for the love of Christ, let me go more than 6 steps. I remember why I stopped playing this game. Don't register your number. We've got a rival battle coming up, so I'm gonna pretend it doesn't exist by going this way. I know that's a huge criticism I have of Gen 3, actually. 29 months, Kim. Thank you so much. It is your eternal age. In about 4 years' time. Because you're only 25 now, surely. Oh, I know all about bloody telephobia. I can't stand talking on the phone. 124 months between you. Thank you. It's all I was going to try and say something witty there, but just thank you. I think sums it up. He's got an hour on, hasn't he? I remembered something. Right, level 23. Is that going to be enough to get through this rival battle? I'm hoping so. Starts off with a Wingull. One shot. Slugma. Balls to it. Don't drink me, Grovile. Oh, yay, the item finder. We're never going to use it. I'm sorry. I'm going to pause the timer here for a second. Because I want to rewind. I've never taken notice of this trainer sprite before. That is the campest pose I have ever seen for a trainer sprite. Oh, not another flaming match call trainer. We're just going to have to deal with 15-minute phone calls. Squidgy, repels exist for a reason. Put one on, you dingus. Oh no, underwear. I probably could eventually, depending on how the forced call is done. Because Gen 3's language is very confusing for me. I know assembly, I don't know much about Gen 3's language. Poor Wally. Wally's my favourite rival adjacent character, actually. Smashy, smashy. Now, please tell me you sell super repels. You do not. You disappoint me. I know Wally Seaman Oras is brilliant. Oh, tits. This is a 6 Pokemon trainer, isn't it? No thank you to Perish Song. I will say I wasn't really paying attention there. I was trying to get my web browser back working because it decided to crash. Oh, and it's a Pokénav person. Everything is annoying me about this game. Still only 6 levels until we get our main attacking move, until we get Surf. I love how they made the Roltz line and... Oh, what do you want? Flaming hell. I think the first video I do in Emerald, I'm gonna frame it about being a trainer who just wants to be left alone. Like, let me be antisocial. I sound like me at the old job on any day of the week, quite honestly. Back at the department, I just wanted to be left alone. We'll go for the acro bike because I think I'll struggle on the muck bike. I'm an extrovert with a very limited social battery. Like, I thrive on social interaction and have a lot of fun. But don't give me too much. Now, we are taking on quite a few extra battles here because we do have the electric-type gym. I don't allow myself to say piss off in videos, but you'll all know, if you're watching the stream, you'll know that's what I'm thinking. I'll probably go for the much more family-friendly "oh, bog off" in the videos. Oh, why are you stalling, you absolute failure of a human being? I hate Electrike. It's not quite as bad as Roselia in this game. You buy one, you get one free. I say you buy one, you get one free. Not actually that far away from where he's from. In my part of the country, both in Lancashire. That was a Safe Style UK double glazing advert for those of you not in the loop if you're out of the UK or just have taste. I really, really want to run Volbeat and Illumise in Gen 2, but they are so horrifically bad that I haven't even got round to backporting them yet. You're watching me, Kanbei. Clearly you have fantastic taste. Watson has a title card. Brilliant. Leads with a Voltorb. Cherry Berry's kicked in already. Fantastic. Let's get the Electric Healing looping. Quack! Welcome in, Kamikiku. I hope you're doing very, very well today. And welcome in, Starstruck. Confuse the Manectric. It's not over until the fat lady sings. There she goes. I was hoping to say we don't have any fat lady in this game, so it'll never be over, but it is. Right, who haven't we battled for some levels? Is my Spotify sentient? I listen to Spotify when I do the streams, and the song that has just come up is Not Over Yet by Grace. Which I'm a little bit freaked out by Spotify somehow knowing what I was saying. Welcome in, Honeywheat. Can't believe we've been going for, what, 40 minutes and we've not even got 3 badges yet. Ignore the splits in the bottom left-hand corner. They are auto-splitting gone wrong, gone rogue. There are female hairy mama, you're not wrong. Oh, Dylan, get a life. I want to run hairy mama quite soon, actually, in Gen 3. I love that line. And I want to pair it with a stream of Iron Hands in Gen 2 if I can get the sprite work done. I have like 2 repels left. When we've been live for about an hour, I'm going to put the controller down just for a minute or two. Rest my thumbs. I've done a lot of playing this week for the pre-recorded videos that are coming out. And my thumb is already starting to hurt just a little bit. Surely there must be trainers we can face. At this point though, do we have repels in here? Like I said, this isn't going to be a clean run. It's going to be a run. And we'll just have to be grateful for the fact that it's a run. Anything else is a bonus. Hairy Mama probably does take a massive poop all over Pokemon Emerald. You're not wrong. Oh, friggin' static. I'm glad to be streaming. I've been sick as a dog over the... Is that a saying or have I just made that up? I've been sick again over the last few weeks. I got the double. I got the 2019-2020 virus. And then I got bad cold, weak flu. And my brain was just like, absolutely not. Like, you've already been sick once, you're gonna go into a mild mentee B about how bustedly bad your immune system is. And then it was the start of December, and I realised that I had no content. So I rushed things, as I always do. There are trainers here. Nummel, you're quad weak. I love you. I do genuinely love the Nummel and Cameron line anyway. Really wish it would get a third Evo. Oh, Paralysis and Leech Seed in one turn, you absolute scumbags. No, we don't want to battle you at the moment. We are very, very incapacitated. I think that Mega Camerupt could easily have stood on its own as just another Evo. I have the kind of relationship with my doctor where he's like, yeah, you're immunosuppressed, you're gonna get sick. Not much we can do about it. Oh, we can do the Windstraight House as well, I suppose. Staraptor is a very good early game bird. No spoilers in chat, though, for today, though, please, on what Pokemon may or may not be in the DLC. I've not touched it yet, so I'm trying to avoid spoilers until I get a chance to play. And now we have the grumpy cow of the family, Sticky Vicky. Whatever you do, do not Google Sticky Vicky, by the way. You will regret that for the rest of your life. All you need to know is she's a lady. She was a lady on a tourist trap in the Spanish Costa del Sol. She did things. Those things are not things I ever wish to imagine or talk about or inflict upon anyone else, really. That might be one of the chats of the year. I'm not going to read it because I'll probably get demonetized, but yeah. Why am I struggling with a puzzle in a children's game? Thank you for 11 months. Thank you for 11 months, Kamikiku. Oh, that might be one of the best moments all year. $135 months and counting. Thank you so much, everybody. I was hoping to get a freeze on this thing. Didn't work, but yeah, we've defeated Watson now. We have another badge. It only took us goodness knows how long. Right now, Twitch, you are going to get a very quick commercial break. I'll do a 3-minute little stretching break. I'll not go to a BRB screen or anything. Just means you'll have to hear me hydrate. Perfect timing as well. The stream has been up for an hour. Now, I was thinking, actually, I like the idea of having a couple of little intermissions where I don't go to a BRB screen, but I still, like, stand up and stretch and stuff like I'm doing now. And rest my hands. But where we try and have a little think about what we want to run in upcoming streams. So if there's anything you do want to see run, let me know now. And I can try and plan it. And also, while I've got you, what do we think of the 4 moves concept that we're doing? I really like it. Oh, Vanillux would have a terrible time in Emerald. It didn't have a good time in Crystal either. Magnezone is the Pokemon, actually, that I'm planning on backporting first into Emerald. I really want to see how it runs. It's going to be a while until I've learnt to backport, though. Did we ever run Magnezone in Emerald, or did I just give that one to Snowy? There's an easy way for me to check. Let me open up my YouTube studio. I'll find out. Next year, I'm going to keep a log of my streams as well as the videos, so I know what I've done. Already with Supermon, I've accidentally recorded half of a Supermon that I'd already done. I love the idea of running Dragapult in Gen 2. I think Dragapult in Gen 2 would be fun. It'd give me a chance to get to grips with it as well before moving on to Gen 3 with it. Oh, now we do need the HM friends. There are going to be, like, 3 more backport videos in total now, though. I'm scrapping backports as videos, but we'll be doing a lot of backports on stream, hopefully. Alright, we should teach some of these HMs we've had for a while. Oh, and we get the Rock Smash encounter. Wonderful. Different people enjoy different things. That's why I enjoy doing both streams and prereqs. I always feel more at home on a stream than I do with a pre-recorded video anyway, which is why I'm trying to make the videos be kind of a hybrid of a stream kind of feel, along with a little bit of editing. Oh, that would just be cruel if the Rock Smash encounter... Excuse me. Put its phone number in the Pokénav. Thank you for popping in. I know it's very late for you, Urban Huntsman. Have a wonderful sleep. I hope you have a lovely weekend. By the way, today's video, because I really wanted to stream today, I woke up and I was like, no, I'm streaming today. Today's video is coming out tomorrow. It's going to be Tyranitar's Supermon Challenge. It's a really fun one to get a bit of revenge with after its abysmal showing on stream. I love that comic of Zigzagoon using Rock Smash. It's up there with the animation of Magikarp spluttering along to move itself over land. Oh, bloody hell. Didn't pick up Cut in Rustboro, I've just remembered. No, we don't want to get caught in an infinite loop in this house. Coming on to one of the coolest routes in all of Pokemon, in my opinion. I love Route 113. Route 113 has some of the best music in all of Pokemon as well. I believe it's the 3 S's on this route: Skarmory, Spinder, and Slugma. Coughing. I was so annoyed actually when they renamed Cool Trainers to Ace Trainers. Cool Trainers is such a cooler name. Didn't get scissored there. Probably should have used a different turn of phrase though. Here's a nice little nod to Team Rocket there. Oh, it's the brother, isn't it, that gives dig. The subtext of today's stream, by the way, seems to be... Well, it's not even subtext anymore, is it? It talks about scissoring and Sticky Vicky. Smut hour today. Ooh, Oricorio. I hate that Pokemon. I'd love to run it. We did cast form with the type switching. There's an easy way to do type switching in Gen 2. I get so uncomfortable with the word fan for the channel. It's not anything you've said, but it's reminded me that YouTube keeps telling me about things like my top fans, and I'm like, no, it's not fans. We just watch together. Smut hour every hour. Oh, I'm going to do a cheap plug here. If you do want to see more 18 plus style content, give me a follow on Twitch, please. Twitch is not my forte, and I do want to stream more on Twitch. But it's very much my place to go and unwind, so there isn't much that's off limits, shall we say. If I'm like PG-13 here, I can sometimes cross, well, very often actually, cross the line into slightly stronger than PG-13 over on Twitch. I am advertising my 18 plus content. I'm also completely at a loss of where I'm supposed to be going in game, so I'm just following the route. I lost track about half an hour ago. Lenny's one of my favourite trainers, though. Oh, Kamikiku, thank you for subscribing with your Scammers and Prime. Not Lenny. Not Lenning, not Lenning, not Lenny. My eye, I'm not supposed to get pudding in it. Those of you looking out for the knob in this game, it's on this route. I believe there's a knob in a lot of the early games, actually. Zangoose, my beloved, I'm so sorry I had to knock you out like that. Viper, on the other hand. Is there a swimmer Fanny in this game? Hopefully not. Do you remember the old Iron Brew advert, though? When Coca-Cola was doing the Share a Coke. They had Share an Iron Brew with Fanny. Fanny is the name. I don't think many people will replicate Kinga from Big Brother, shall we say. Showing my age there, doing a Big Brother 2005 reference. That's not the question we had initially, Honey Wheat. It was whether it was a name. Whether it should be a name is a completely different matter. Oh, don't say stuff like that. I already feel ancient and decrepit. No hiker today, unfortunately. I mean, isn't the original Xbox 25 years old this year? So New Zealand believes it shouldn't be a name. New Zealand are very strict with their names. I believe it was New Zealand where the little girl was called Tallulah Does the Hula from Hawaii initially. And I believe there was also somebody who tried to name their child Number 8 Bus Shelter. And if I'm not mistaken, there were a set of twins as well called Benson and Hedges, which seems a little bit strange to me. Yeah, exactly. 25 years ago was 1980. I mean, if my father had gotten his way, I would definitely have had a bullyable name. Like, I still changed my name by deed poll, but at least my birth name wasn't grotesque like it could have been. My old history teacher had a pair of twin dogs that she'd called Ben and Jerry's, which I liked. Ben and Jerry, which I liked. I think it's a mix of a bit of narcissism and a bit my father was 17 when he had me. So he just thought it was cool. It was not. I was thinking about Rain Dance this entire time, but I think I'm happy, actually, not running Rain Dance. I'm liking having Body Slam. Now, I cannot remember where I'm going in this gym, so please do bear with me. Oh, I'm craving a chippy, but I'm trying to eat a little bit better before Christmas. I don't want to risk anything that could cause flare-ups. She didn't even bother with Sunny Day there. But we have our next badge, Flannery's badge. We get the go-go goggles now, and we have to go all the way back to Morville, to Petalburg now, don't we? The lack of fly quite as early as you get it in Gen 2 is incredibly frustrating. Now, I'm not saying we're over-leveled here, but we're slightly over-leveled here. Oh god, a double team. Not a double team, a double Slugma Torkold. Not that tricky, actually. I am dreading the Juan battle, though. In the prereqs, I'm... Oh, you tit. With Yawn. In the prereqs, I'm going to try and put a badge tracker somewhere on screen. Yeah, Wallace was the original gym leader, wasn't he? One sheet of plenty does the job of three. There we go, we've got Surf. Goodbye, Water Gun. Who have we got next? Winona? Him and Steven working together worked really well in the original storyline because of the combination of both a champion and the final gym leader. It did lose a fair amount of its impact. You give us a mega at this point of the storyline, Steven. In Horace. I love that little quality of life edition. I think that was a mid-generation edition. I have a feeling it was Black and White 2 that did it. Latias at this point of the game really is just them making the game very easy for you. I do think it had the Mega Stone. I love Tropius. Yeah, I think it is 90 now. I think they made most of the 95 power moves actually 90 in the end. I can totally see Tropius being Lapras of the Sky. That Surf nerf was really annoying first time I played Gen 4. Here's Smelly Shelly. There goes Smelly Shelly. Oras did wonders for the evil teams in these games. The redesigns were so good. Now, if you are of a squeamish disposition, you do not want to look at the berries coming up. I'll try and keep them off screen. There we go. I kept them off screen. Let's keep it clean for you all. I've got to be honest, I completely forgot that Team Aqua and Magma were in Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. Still haven't forgiven Kecleon for the disappointing end, well, lack of end to its challenge probably about a year and a bit ago now. I was thinking of the stream version Deadpool, where I just eventually had to give up because the stream length was getting a little bit ridiculous and I was getting very, very tired and very, very pissed off. Wrong move twice in a row there. It's our first Xatu of the challenge. I really hope by that point we're strong enough to not have to worry about the Xatu shenanigans at Tate and Liza. Title cards have a mind of their own. How many times is Surf going to miss? Ice Beam lands at the important time, though. Feather Badge. More importantly, it means we can fly now. Having said that, the fly menu in this game is particularly frustrating. This lady is just promoting gambling to children. I do actually need to sell a couple of bits. She is the reason we ended up with New Morville in Oras. The new Morville, not the vaguely new Morville. Oh, bloody hell. All that just for wanting bloody Thunderbolt. Now at least we can be on our way. I try and keep adverts to an absolute minimum on the channel. Like, it is a good way for me to get some income on the channel, but I'd much rather just hang out with you all. I remember back when I used to stream on what was at the time Blog TV, you'd get so many adverts. We're talking nearly 20 years ago at this point, though. I think actually my first live stream was probably over 20 years ago at this point. See, I have YouTube Premium, so I don't see adverts on YouTube. But then with all my content, I've tried to set the adverts to as minimum as possible. Although there's only so much autonomy that YouTube gives you over things like that these days. I tend to skip those sponsored segments as soon as I sniff the segue. Because there's always an awkward segue to a sponsored segment. Jump ahead is a nice feature, but sometimes it doesn't quite work as intended. I'm just going to put the controller down for a moment because I need to remember what I'm doing in this section. Also, I'm getting a bit achy again. The pain meds have worn off. So is it Mount Pyre, then the Whalmer thing here, or the cave here, I should say, then Slateport, then back to Mount Chimney? I've just had a complete brain fart when it comes to this section. I'm the same, Kamakiku. I watch so much YouTube and so little anything else. For me, any sponsorship of something that the person hasn't personally used will always feel a little bit dodgy. Yeah, BetterHelp's a really good example of something I would, at this point, judge, but not a while ago. Oh, thank you so much for the £20, Kamikiku. Oh, that is far too kind of you. Alerts, please, play. There we go. Have a Bellsprout. Thank you so much. Is there a way? Stream settings. What has YouTube... Because I've set this stream up from scratch. There we go. Adverts are now disabled on this stream. That's what I was looking for. I mean, if you think that Bellsprout is tasty, I will support you all the way, Kamakiku. We know we've got to go to Mount Pyre next, so we'll figure it out from there. The brain fog has been really bad since getting ill again. Talking of fog, here's some screen fog. I suppose the poison just adds flavour. Kenya's going to get some experience points here. Even with the nerf to surf in doubles, Carvana's got no special defense at all, so we are fine there for a surf. Can we fly from here? Can we teleport even better? Don't have to deal with menus. Let's get as many repels as we can, because we've got the sea coming up, and we know what happens with me on the sea. We're here for hours. How do we get to the sea? Excellent town planning here. I think we've got the sea coming up. We might not even have the sea coming up yet. No, we have Mount Chimney. Oh, there's nothing wrong with a bit of good old botulism on a Friday with poisonous potato skins. I am happy that the challenge run patch has seemed to hold up so far, though. Which was the main reason for doing this run in the first place. The Fire Red patch has also worked well. I know, I'm tempting fate by doing that. Because I've turned off the automated adverts. Well, of course the smut was part of it. Because I've turned off the automated adverts, now in the little studio page where I monitor the stream health and stuff, at the top of the screen I've got a little banner going, Automated adverts help you earn more while optimizing the experience for the channel members. What a big load of corporate nonsense. Make your stream worse for the viewers, so you can make more money. It's like, do you hate your audience enough to make an extra 30 pence? Click this button. To be fair, I'd rather like piss off Nettles than ever and shitify, as it were, the experience on stream. I will say there have been a couple of streams where I've not had the choice to turn it off. But whether that was a genuine bug on YouTube's part or whether that was A/B testing on the sly is beyond me. I'm lost in here, by the way. But it's one of those things with stream delay, there's not much sense in trying to give me directions. I need to find the guy who says he has a hot ear. There we go, he is the guy with a hot ear. Ooh, a PP max. We like a good bit of PP maxing. That's a weird opinion for me. Like, I think that I deserve the ad revenue from the prereqs, especially for the time, effort, and energy I've put in. But I'd never expect anyone to do anything else. I don't ever come into stream expecting anything at all. Like, for me, the stream is just a chance to hang out and have a chat. And try new things, especially. And definitely when I pilot things and when I'm trying things before I feel I've put in the time and dedication to them, I don't like monetizing that. I feel I've got to earn it, if that makes sense. The only time I'll ever take a sponsorship, which, let's be honest, I have burnt enough bridges with sponsors. With the things I say about them. The only time I would ever take a sponsorship is if I genuinely believed in that product. There's definitely a line that it's very hard to toe the right side of it, which is why I'm so ultra cautious. God, that bloody blue light. I do think a lot of content creators do forget that the people watching are the reason why they are in the position to take those sponsorships in the first place. And there's a responsibility as somebody who creates content, even on a relatively small scale like mine, to not take advantage of anyone. If my chippy would sponsor the channel, then I probably would. But then also, I'd be doxing myself, and there are very few chippy chains But say, for instance, the company that makes this controller that I've used since day one, if they reached out and said, we know you use our product, would you like a sponsorship? We've got a new controller coming. Then I would consider it. Because I've used this controller for years. Well, this and the one before. And the only reason I changed is because I'd worn out the D-pad. If you can tolerate adverts, Gemma, I would totally just stick to not having premium. Because £8 is a lot of money in the grand scheme of a month. That's a couple of meals. Now, where the friggin' hell do we go here? Balls! Premium revenue, the premium revenue cut is fantastic. Like, if everyone had premium, I would make a lot of money. Even at a channel my size. YouTube are very, very generous because they want... I'm falling into the trap here. They want people to say YouTube Premium is good so that more people subscribe. I feel like as long as the thing that's being described as slop is worthy of being called slop, you can't really overuse it. There have been a couple of times where, and you may have noticed thumbnails have actually been reworked, because I used to use a stock photo website for the little bits in between the Johto background and the blue colouring on the crystal thumbnails. And I used to use a stock photo website to get the little customizations for each thumbnail. Turned out a couple of them had been AI used, and I replaced those with other free stock images so that there wasn't AI in the thumbnail, even as a minor way. That's a good way to do it on the purple site. I don't have any Christmas plans at all this year. I've got to be honest, my family is incredibly fragmented, so we've never really done traditional Christmas. Plus, I don't know what's going to be happening this year. I've not been able to word it correctly for a community post or anything, but there is a greater than zero chance that I might not be at home in the next couple of weeks. Because one of my in-laws, well, aunt-in-law, has been diagnosed with something not that good. I won't say any more than that. But that just means Christmas is all up in the air. But at the moment, the plan is to just keep on going on as if nothing has happened, ostensibly. I've tried falling asleep to YouTube videos, but I get too engaged in them. There is, however, a synthwave loop that I must have watched probably at least 300-400 times by now. I'd assume that the adverts scale to the video length, and because I now have a longer video length, it is annoyingly making more adverts appear. It's weird knowing that people... Flippin' heck. Flippin' heck indeed. What was I saying? It's weird knowing that people fall asleep to my voice now, considering the old work at the casino was all about keeping people awake. Back when I was a kid, we used to holiday in Pwllheli, and there's a lot of RAF bases. Well, there's a big RAF base at Anglesey nearby, and it is so hard not to focus on the noise the entire time. Like, they are loud. We used to stop off in a place called Bala and have lunch there on the drive down. And you'd jump out your skin with how loud they were. I wonder if you went to the same place that I did, Cambay, in North Wales. Because I did a school trip to North Wales, to Cymydwell, for geography. Well, that's the most obnoxious gym puzzle down. Nice crit there on the Soul Rock. Oh, a Spadef drop is bad. We'll get rid of the Xatu first. Get rid of the Soul Rock. Get rid of the Clay Doll. Oh, bloody sleep. And now she's set. Now it's setting up. Honestly, I've not given it that much thought yet. If the RNG was kinda there, we would have gotten through. Actually, let's Ice Beam the Clay Doll first. So I'm assuming she's going to go for Calm Mind there. Nope, she knocked out the fish, that's fine. Get rid of Xatu. Get rid of the Lunatone because it's got Hypnosis. Oh, I hate that it auto-selects the wrong Pokemon. There we go. Survived on unlucky for some 13 there. But we did get our next badge, thank goodness. Now, I know I'm taking a lot of pauses here, but I need to try and remember exactly what to do, where to go next. I know we've got to try and find Satopolis City. But where that is beyond my brain at the moment. Hip, no miss when the AI uses it. You're not wrong, Kanbei. I do also have this cheat sheet available for when we do rare candy. Oh, we've got that whole bloody magma segment next to get dive, haven't we? It really is amazing how much I've forgotten. I know I've only done a handful of Emerald Challenge runs, but you'd think that some of it would have stuck in memory. When you compare it to Fire Red, where, if you're a HM friend of the channel, you'll have seen the video. I was pretty smooth in the Fire Red pilot. This particular challenge, though, is making me think I might need more time for practicing Emerald. I might need to do a few more streams before committing to it for videos again. So I might do Fire Red twice monthly for the first 3 months or so of next year. The other thing with Emerald as well is because it is so long compared to Fire Red and Crystal, I would probably end up having like an hour and a half as an average video length with the new editing style. And I feel like an hour and a half video is a little too long. Like, I've been trying my hardest to keep even Supermon down to under an hour. The trouble with Supermon is there's so much explanation at the beginning while I talk through the moves. I aim for about 50 minutes with Supermon content. But because I edit as I go, I don't play it all and then edit it down. I record in clips, so as soon as I've spoken a clip, it goes into the video. So it means that if a Pokemon that I think will do badly ends up getting further than I expected, the video overruns. I think 50 minutes is kind of my ideal video length, both as a viewer and a creator. It's long enough for you to really get your teeth into it, but it's not overly long. I do wish they'd stop targeting my Lapras with its Confuse rays there. And now Steven, ever the attention hog. He can't just give us the item there and then. He makes us go to his home for it. A lot of the trouble is YouTube doesn't reward shorter videos these days. Like, YouTube only tracks length of video watched, not average amount of that video. So you're incentivized to have really long-running content. For my part, I try and cut out as much filler, as it were, as possible. So I won't ever pad for time. But if I think a Pokemon's going to do badly, I'll use that video as an opportunity to talk more about things to do with the channel and things to do with the runs. So they'll be more explainy heavy. There was a period back in about 2017, 2018, where about 15 minutes was what YouTube wanted for a video. We found Satopolis. That's half of the battle done. I've never got the whole shorts thing. Like, shorts have never interested me. A lot of the time as well, shorts are just reused full-length content. Thing is, there are some people who are very talented at making fun and engaging shorts content, but they get lost in the mix. Because you have so many people uploading slop. Now, you may be thinking that having 60 max repels is a little bit overkill, but you've not seen me try and find this bloody boat submarine thing. I am a little bit worried because one of my old videos got reused and redubbed into another language, actually. A little while ago. So I have now put the faintest watermark on my content, starting with For Alligator out next week. So we've got our fly spot at Pacific log if we ever need that. This place is looking suspicious. But then there's a hole there. Perfect. We'll go in the hole. Oh, I hate this room. This room makes me dizzy. I never know where we're supposed to go. Yay, a strength puzzle. Yay, an even worse strength puzzle. I'm going to assume there's going to be more hideous light after this battle. There we go. I think we are now through the evil team storyline in this challenge now, though. Oh no, wait, we've got to go to the pillar, haven't we? There's the big cutscene. Have a wonderful evening, Gemma. Thank you for popping in. I know, they knew it was the place which most represented their struggle. So they cooperated in having a fight. It's all just for show, really. They're best of friends. Now, I know the Sky Pillar's not this way, but I want to try and get that rare candy before I forget. I think the rules, by the way, I used for rare candies was as soon as we get in the league, we can use them. So I think that's the rules I'll stick with this. You look almost like a cat curled up in a bed there, Rayquaza. Oh, you've gone. This is like the lighthouse, but worse. He did leave the oven on. To give Pokémon their credit, this was a really good cutscene for the hardware available. I'm not actually sure what Juan can do against us, really. Nothing is the answer. Tate and Liza proving once again why they should be the final gym leaders of Hoenn. They could have asked anyone, but they left it to a child. Now, aren't we all excited? We've got the joys of the Generation 3 Victory Road coming up. The Victory Road that was designed by an utter sadist. The most soul-destroying place in the Pokémon universe is Generation 3's Victory Road. I'd rank it as worse than Mount Moon in Generation 1. He's just that wisdomous, Deadpool. He knows everything. Here comes Wally. We've not seen him for quite some time. Starts with an Altaria, we get rid of that. Roselia goes away. We obliterate Magneton. Goodbye Delcatty. And hopefully goodbye Gardevoir in 2 shots. Good effort, Wally. Keep going. You'll get there one day. It's so egregious to me that the Flash in this gen just ostensibly increases the spotlight size. Now, because of all the arsing about not knowing where to go, we're actually quite high-leveled already for Victory Road. Welcome in, Bug Lover person. I hope you're doing very well today. Up to level 55, no thank you, Sheer Cold. Lapras is a very good Pokémon. In the right hands, it would have a really good challenge run. I'm just not the right hands in Emerald. Have I done the impossible, by the way? and not got stuck in Victory Road for an embarrassingly long amount of time. Am I on the way out of Victory Road? Don't you dare protect. We're already over 2 hours on this thing. Just let me get to the end. We've made it out. Astonishing stuff. I mean, it's not impressive, really. But compared to our first ones, about 16, 17 months ago, I'm going to take it. Now we've got a few rare candies we need to pick up before going into the league, but the finishing line is almost but not quite in sight. I think we've got the wrong bike for this one, haven't we? Or have we? No, I think we do need the acro bike for all of them, actually. Trouble with a lot of these rare candies is you need Surf and Waterfall, so there's no real choice but to get them now. I liked what they did with Sky Pillar in Generation 6. I think the way they handled it in that gen was very, very good. I also liked the fact that you could encounter non-Hoenn Pokémon in the Sky Pillar. Jeez, I hate the acro bike. I don't like this movement. It definitely gave the Rayquaza section a bit more depth. Something that was sorely lacking. Even in Emerald. I long for a perma repel. I think we've gone the complete wrong way here. I think we're supposed to go over here. Yeah, we are. Some of these we probably could have picked up while doing storyline, but... oh, geez, we don't want any cutscenes. We weren't really going for fast time anyway in this one. So it's more a learning experience, should we say. I think this is the final rare candy we're getting. Enjoy your dinner, Kamikiku. Thank you so much for your support today. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Right, so we have all the badges. We've got some full restores. Let's see how we do. Starting with Sydney here. And this is looking like a Sydney sweep. It is, in fact, a Sydney sweep. And that brings us on to Phoebe. She is a ghost type specialist, which terrifies me. Thank goodness we outspeed that Dusclops there. Nice crit. She should be healing looping now. Yeah, exactly, especially with Gen 3 Curse. I was worried about her the entire challenge. So getting her out of the way is a big relief. Right, who do we have next? This looks like Glacier to me. Another very fortuitous crit there. Now, I know that these things can become bombs. Oh, not with a light screen. Try and stall out the light screen here. There we go. That was a load of rubbish. The paralysis turns there. And the Spadef drops have happened. But that might have worked in our favour because she went for Ice Beam instead of Body Slam, so we didn't get paralysed. Goodbye, Shelgon. Goodbye, Salamence. Goodbye, Altaria. Goodbye, Kingdra. And goodbye, Flygon. And that brings us onto the champion of this region. There goes Wailord. Leech Seed is terrible. We're taking a reset. Now, Rain Dance is absolutely pointless in this particular battle. I'm actually going to use 3 rare candies now. Just to see if that helps against the Ludicolo. It's the Leech Seed that's going to be the issue, along with its double team. It does. So Rain Dance isn't actually that pointless. I forgot until I saw it go fast that it had Swift Swim. Very lucky freeze there. Didn't get poisoned by the Tentacruel, that's fantastic. Oh, we're getting friggin' stalled. Nope, it's over. And the save state's gone in the wrong place. Oh, this one's annoying. You know what? I'm going to dump in all the candies. Through the tense crawl. Oh, we do have shell armor. The overlay's lying. At least we had a nice, easy Pokémon to finish. And we will pause the timer now. As we have finished that battle, we'll resume it once we are back in the overworld. And now nobody's going to leave us alone. Get the leftovers. Get caught by every bloody trainer. And now we can fly. One more battle to go now. Just got to find it. Air traffic control would be a bloody nightmare in the Pokémon universe. Skarmory down. Claydol's gone. Cradley terrifies me. Double confusion hit. Take a reset. Get rid of Skarmory. Paralyze the Claydol. Get rid of Aggron. Light screen's gone. Right, this Claydol should be healing looping and we can stall the turns to recover a bit of our own HP. Cradley's back. God. Just don't hit yourself in confusion and we'll be fine. Nope. We get the freeze though. And we are through the Cradley. What's next? Armaldo. Bug Rock, I think. Don't hit yourself. Please one shot. Right, okay. Metagross is terrifying. Oh, Meteor Mash does a lot of damage. Still Wing missing is a good start. Through the Claydol, growing up to level 72 again. There's a hit in confusion. And we take a reset. Ideally, we want to stall out the full restores on this Cradley, but that didn't happen. Bloody hell. Ingrain's fantastic. That ancient power does so much damage though. Although this healing loop is great for us. Oh, that's a range the entire time, is it? Please. Yes! 229.07 for Lapras. Let me see if I can get a leaderboard for this. How long was that? 229.07. No idea if the leaderboard will work. We will find out together. It's half worked. Which is better than not working at all. So we are not the fastest by any stretch of the imagination. But I think we've done fairly well here. For our first run back in quite some time, a live run, being just 6 minutes shy for Alligator. Not bad at all. But with that, I'm done for the day, I think. It has been a long challenge run. My brain is very, very tired. I do want to, before I go though, say a very big thank you to Kamikiki for subscribing over on Twitch with Prime, as well as super chatting a whole £20 and being a member for 11 months. Thank you so much. Kambe, thank you for the £2 super chat and for your 10 gifted memberships and for being a member for 32 months. Gemma, thank you for being a member for 32 months. Seth, thank you for 31 months. Kim, thank you for 29 months. And everybody else, thank you for sticking with me throughout this stream. Hope you all have a wonderful weekend. We do have the Tyranitar video coming out tomorrow, so do enjoy that. It's going to be at 2 PM United Kingdom time. I'll be back early next week with yet more fun and frolics here on the live streams. But until then, I hope you all have a wonderful weekend. I'll catch you all very, very soon.